Hello folks. So in today's video we're gonna actually see how to deploy your applications using something called Glitch. So Glitch is a platform, a pretty big platform actually now. It has been there for a lot of years now. Initially it was named as HyperDev, and then it was named as GoMix, and now it's named as Glitch. This is a software by Fog Creek, and now they have renamed to Glitch. If you've heard Fog Creek, I think you might be knowing Glitch. Yes. And well, it's pretty great community, and it's a pretty cool platform. So, and you can get started for free. Uh, and I have only tried out Node.js applications on this, so let's see how it goes. Uh, so this is the landing page of Glitch, and you can see how it's pretty cool for developers. You can deploy different kind of applications over here, um, and there is also collaboration and a lot of features actually. Um, and getting started is pretty easy. Uh, and they have a blog, and there is also a pricing page. By default, you get things for free. Yes. And if you pay, you get a lot of some premium features and all. So there is some sort of limits for your free, like how much hours of uptime does your application get and whatnot. Um, so yep, now let's get started. So I have actually logged into my Glitch. So this is how it looks like when you log in. So it shows you how much hours you have for your project for it to be up. So they tell you how they put projects to sleep if there is no interaction or any request to the project, um, and they become active though after 5 minutes of no use. It goes to sleep, but when users come back and send a request to the application, it wakes up. So you can check this out. So every platform has some sort of you know free quota along with such a mechanism to avoid under usage of resources. Um, so now with this, let's get started with our new project. So you get some templates when you actually start off a new project, or you can import your own project. So here you can see there are three templates. So one is a web page, a basic web page. There is a backend API, Hello Express, based on Node.js, and then there is a Node app with SQLite. So we'll check all these three out. So this one, the first one is a simple web application. I believe it's just only a front end and there's no backend really. Let's check it out. So yep. So based on the template, our application is ready. And the moment you see this page, it should also be deployed. So you can see the app status over here. It says OK, and it shows you the disk, CPU, and all that. And you can see your application by clicking on this show in a new window, or you can click show next to the code. You can also make this smaller or bigger. So you can see that the code is over here. You can actually keep typing the code, and you can see the actual deployed application over here, and keep changing. So you can just type here, this is my new cool app, and it gets deployed immediately. So it's pretty fast, and you can also resize this and check it out. Uh, yep. So you can keep opening like this and closing, and you can also change the URL if you want. You can do all that stuff, but by default you get this URL from Glitch based on the project name. Uh, and let me close that. Yep. And you can reload over here. You can do that, and let me make this smaller. Cool. So as you can see, Glitch provides you not just a platform to deploy your application, but there is also a platform to actually see your code and change it live, and also see the live deployment immediately. So it's pretty cool. And you can also have collaborators. You can try it out. I haven't tried it out before, but there are a lot of new cool features that are coming to Glitch almost every month, every day. Um, and the community is pretty welcoming actually. And you can also see that it also has some best principles. So they recommend you to actually use environment variables in a file called .env, um, and they keep assets, readme, JS, CSS separately. So this was a simple web application serving HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So that's your CSS, JavaScript, and your HTML. And you can also see there is a button on the top right. So this button is actually inserted by this code. So it's not really something that glitches like injecting into your application. It's really just code. If you remove this, this will go away. So you could just use this comment over here to just get rid of it too. And as you can see on the right, it's gone already. So yep, it's gone. But if you want it, it's cool. You can have it too. Yep. So those two lines of code will actually help you show a button with details about your application, and anyone can see these details, and they can remix on Glitch. So this is pretty open source, I believe. You can also keep your project private too, um, and if you do that, let me check this out. Just a minute. Um, Maybe let me open it in a new window and let's see what this says. So I am able to see the source. I'm not sure how the project private works, but you can make your project private and check it out. But I'm not going to do that because, however, I'm interested only in open source. So apart from this, so you can also go ahead and create different kind of projects. So this was only a basic web application with mostly like a static web application where you have a static website. But if you want some sort of a backend API, you can also try that out. So here is a Express application for you. So this provides you, there is a server code over here. So in the previous thing, there was just index.html that was being served. But here there's going to be some sort of server code where you can see, listen at port and whatnot. So there is server.js over here. So you can see how there is a port environment variable and there is a server listening at this port, and you see the server actually responding to requests with different responses. So in this case, it's actually serving an index.html similar to the previous example, but you write all the code for the server. But in the previous example, there was this index.html that got served automatically. So if you actually go to the deployment, you can see this. So index.html is being served, and you can see that /dreams will give you actually the list of these three objects. So maybe I can try that out, /dreams. So you can see that three set of things from this array are actually sent as a response. So this is the API response in JSON. So you have a JSON response, HTML, so you can send anything you want, anything that a HTTP server can send. And as you can also see, there is also HTTPS, so it provides you HTTPS. Almost all platforms nowadays provide that by default for free. So yeah, so that was backend deployment and just a front-end application deployment, both of that in different templates. Um, so you can also import your application from GitHub, and then also we didn't check out SQLite. So if you want a database, you can try this out too, or you can use some external service to run your database. For example, MongoDB, you can use MongoDB Atlas and use the connection URL as an environment variable over here and deploy it. Okay, so cool. So this is still actually deploying. So it's going to take a few seconds. But as you can see, there is Express server, there's a body parser and whatnot, and you have the SQLite DB. Um, so there is a DB file, uh, and it checks if the DB file exists, and if it does not exist, you create a table and whatnot. So maybe let's actually try to submit something, right? Deploy to the internet. So this one is a dream that I have. Okay. So now if I actually reload, wow, so it exists. So where is this DB? Hmm. I don't see it actually. Hmm. Okay. I'm not sure where this exists. Maybe you can go check it out, explore where this database file exists, but there seems to be a SQLite database file, yes. Um, and if it does not exist, they are actually creating a table and serializing and putting it. Um and you know, you can also see logs. I missed to mention that. So you can see logs like this: database dreams, ready to go, and whatnot. So yep. So as you can see over here, you can see node version and then installing and whatnot. Packages are installed and yep, new table dreams created. Um, yep. If I say this okay, and you can see add to dreams okay. So yep, that was how you can actually deploy your application on Glitch and also easily modify the code. And you can also actually import from GitHub, which I didn't show you, but it's not really hard to do that. Maybe let me just click new project and say import from GitHub and say Karupa 7890 and then provide a Node.js demo app, and let's see where that takes us. Okay, so I guess it's importing, but I'm not sure though. Okay, looks like it is importing. It's just that I don't have any visual cue, but I can see that here it's doing things behind the scenes. Let me just go ahead and try it out in a parallel tab and see what is happening. Okay, so it has assumed that it's a static site. I'm not sure why, but that's what has happened. So you can see that these are not static sites because like these are backend applications with some dynamicity. I mean, static sites can also have some dynamicity through JavaScript and web APIs, which access external APIs. But apart from that, it's a static site. But here, it's a proper server code that we've written here. I have some server code here. Let's see how that goes on. Maybe I can configure it to be a server code. I'm not sure though. It's taking quite some time for it to load. I'm just going to try to load from here and see if it works. Okay, so yep, I think it works here. Some issue over here, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. So this is an app that I created recently. So there are some issues with the application deployment, and that's why I was not able to see it. It's mostly because it tried to do some migration and it failed. So I'm just going to go ahead and change the code for this package.json. Instead of npm start doing this, I'm just going to say uh, start simple. So I could start a simple server I could clear this. So this application has a database. So I actually tried to use a Postgres database in this case. Um, but now here I don't think, I mean, we don't have Postgres database. We have to actually run a Postgres database and provide an environment variable over here for the Postgres database. But I don't want to do that. I just want to run a simple server over here, which is a HTTP server. This one. Looks like there's a warning though. Let's see if we can get it. So I can try to actually open up thing in a new window. Oh, so it works. So it found out somehow that it's running at 8080. I don't know, but it runs. It says hello world. So yep, all good. I guess I can just say hello world. This is Karupaya, and that should be deployed in a second. Yep. So that's your simple web application and not some Express and whatnot. That's pretty complicated, but yeah, you can import from your GitHub and like change things and make it work here too. So that's how you deploy Glitch, and you can check out more of the features that Glitch has. I've only showed you a very small fraction of it. So go ahead and enjoy and deploy applications to the internet. Thank you. Bye bye.